Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be going over the new Volume 2 sneak peek we got from the Spotify promo. Yes, we got yet another look. Basically, the WSQK broadcast on Spotify being put out over the last few days had a secret code hidden in it, and with the final broadcast today, if you type the correct number into the Spotify search bar, you got an exclusive clip from Volume 2. And that's what we'll be taking a look at today. First of all, spoiler warning here, if you want to try and crack the code by yourself to unlock the message, stop now because I will be showing the clip. Secondly, disclaimer, I didn't manage to crack the code myself. I did try, but whilst I think I'm pretty good at analysing things from a literature perspective, when it comes to cracking codes, I've always been pretty rubbish. But the code's been going around the internet now over the past few hours, so I thought I'd take a look at it. If you want to see this for yourself in Spotify, type the number on the screen into the Spotify search bar and the video will come up. If not, I'm going to play the clip for you here anyway. It was recorded on my phone, so hopefully the quality is okay. And also, this was the aspect ratio it was released in on the Spotify app, so that's why it's not the usual aspect ratio.
We're back with a surprise as we just got word of an incredible new hit for you. Take a listen and maybe a look for this one. And as always, keep it tuned in to WSQK, The Squawk.
Your memory of what happened, of how you came to be here, might be foggy. Confused. The monsters, they tried to take you. But I saved you just in time. This place, my home, is now your home too. Your sanctuary. As long as you do not venture out into the woods where the monsters live, you will be safe here. Now I know many of you are wondering when the rest of your friends and family will join us here. The difficult truth is there is more at stake than just the lives of your loved ones. I don't wish to frighten you, but I believe you are brave enough to know the truth.
Okay, so this is very interesting. We can see Derek and the other children taken by the Demogorgon have now woken up in Vecna's mindscape in a golden field, the symbol of peace and tranquility. Also, I want to point out that this looks like the field where Holly and Max find the door from the Volume 2 trailer, so I reckon this location is going to be part of their escape. The music playing here and the way the shots fade in and out feels very dreamlike and hazy. I'm reminded again of the Mr. Sandman song playing. I guess this is who Mr. Watson is here. It looks like Henry came to collect them from the field and take them back to the house, similar, I guess, like what he did for Holly. We can see Holly's friend Mary here going to greet her, which is the girl we saw her together with at the playground at school. Holly appears to have returned and is acting just like everything is okay, like her and Max planned. We see Max spying on them through a spyglass. I think this is the one Holly had earlier. Now, I want to talk a bit about the spyglass because I haven't watched the play The First Shadow. From what I can gather from what I've read, Henry Krill's spyglass is very important because it's what he takes when he goes to the cave in Nevada, which is where he first gets transported to Dimension X as a child. He then drops the spyglass, and that's how Dr. Brenner locates him in Hawkins. So, obviously, both the spyglass and the cave, which is the same cave that Max and Holly are hiding in, are connected to this very traumatic memory of his. So I'm wondering if the spyglass is going to come into play later on. Then Henry, as Mr. Watson, tells the children that their memories of how they got here may be a little foggy, and he's saved them from the monsters just in time. This home is now their new sanctuary, as long as they don't go to the woods, as that's where the monsters are. There's more at stake than just the lives of their loved ones. He doesn't mean to frighten them, but he believes they're brave enough to know the truth. First of all, I have some questions here. It seems to me that all the other children that were taken have now arrived together. But we know from Will's vision into the cave where Holly was that there was at least three more children already there at that point. So did those children just not wake up until now and then they've all arrived together? Or did they arrive when Holly was off with Max? Because surely that would have been a little suspicious for Henry to arrive back at the house with them and Holly would be missing. Also, how much do these children remember? Because Holly seems to remember pretty much everything what happened before she got there. And especially here I'm thinking about Derek, because he was the only one who knew the truth before he was taken. How much of this does he actually remember? And will he say anything to Henry about it, or go along and pretend he knows nothing? Also, are we going to get a Derek and Holly team up with Max in Escape from Camelot? And are all the children going to escape, or just them? And also, if the children do escape, unlike Max, whose body is back in the real world, will they all just wake up in the cave attached to the vines? Because that's going to be extremely scary for them if that's what happens. And finally, I wonder what Vecna is going to tell them at the end of this clip. Obviously, it's going to be some sort of lie to get them on board with whatever the plan is. And also, sadly, he seemed to have cracked the children manipulation tactics by telling them, they're brave, they can know this stuff, boosting their ego. Yeah, it's a little hard to watch. But that's why he's the villain. Also, this seems to indicate that he needs their cooperation on some sort of conscious level for whatever plan he has. Just having them physically there in the caves with the vines doesn't seem to be enough, or else he could have already enacted his plan by now. He needs them to actively cooperate in some way. So I wonder what this could be. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me what you think Vecna's plan is. There has been a lot of new footage to look at over the last couple of days, and I've been so excited by it all. I'm still going to take a look at the Spotify playlist again, which was my original plan here, and take a look at the actual songs here and see if there are any clues I can find or themes that tie in with the show. But that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed and have a great day.